All right, so we're gonna talk about why sometimes epoxy peels off. I think that it's only few things. One, you have poor surface prep. Two, you have probably moisture vapor barrier issues. Three, hot tires. Or four, you missed the recoating window. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna break it down exactly why your epoxy doesn't stick to the floor or delaminates, which is very important. So we'll jump right into that. Let's go. So most of the time, literally, you see something like this where people put epoxy down, it doesn't stick. Now, what usually happens, because I mean, with the last previous videos, we've been talking about how to make sure your epoxy doesn't bubble and what causes fish eyes, right? This is a part of when the epoxy doesn't stick to the floor. And there are several things why the epoxy wouldn't stick to the floor. The first one is you might have materials that literally reject the epoxy from sticking to the floor. So epoxy is an adhesive, which is like a glue, but there are materials that stop it from literally sticking to the floor. And then there are not just materials that stop it from sticking, but maybe you have dust or you didn't grind the floor. So when you don't grind the floor, think about it this way. It's just like when you have a primer, right? Whenever you grind the floor, you create what is called a mechanical bond. So think about like a flat surface that you're literally scraping lines into that flat surface. That's what grinding does. And when the epoxy gets to that surface, it bonds to it, right? So even though it's the swirls, the epoxy grabs onto that, and that stops the epoxy from breaking. Okay, that stops the epoxy from breaking. However, when you don't sand the floor or grind the floor, the epoxy just hits a flat surface. That's when you have stuff like this. Okay, that's when you have pretty much the video you can see here, it coming out or it peeling away. The reason why it's peeling away, you can see how bare all of these places are. These places don't have any grit to it, so there's nothing for the epoxy to lock onto, right? That's why this is happening, and that is the problem. Also, another part is moisture or air. So what happens is the air and moisture pushes up through the floor. And think about it like this: whenever you have moisture, it turns into water. Okay, so moisture, of course, you went to science class, condensation turns into water. Whenever there's a lot of air coming out the concrete, and this is why 2 videos ago I was talking about using a moisture vapor barrier. If you don't have any moisture vapor barrier on your floor, what happens is that floor is breathing. It's coming up and it's breathing. And as the floor is coming up and breathing, it's causing a bubble of water. Okay, and of course epoxy is a cap. Epoxy caps the floor, so the epoxy stops the floor from breathing because it's literally like a sheet of a cap on a water bottle. All right, the same thing I use all the time. This is the floor. When you put epoxy, you're capping it. You're capping the floor. Okay, so what happens is air is still coming up and it's starting to form a small water bubble, and that water bubble condenses, right? And as it condenses, what happens? Boom, it shoots up and blows up the epoxy, right? Because epoxy is very strong. So once you build up enough water, it erupts, and that's why you have cracks in the floor. Now another one is tires, like tire marks. Tire marks have silicone values in it. Remember, epoxy does not stick to silicone. This is why when you're doing a resin table or things like that, they put it in a silicone tube. The reason being is epoxy is resin, which is a form of plastic, which doesn't bond to silicone, because silicone on a microscopic level doesn't have pores that the epoxy can bond to and hold on to and bond. All right, so tire marks can affect that as well, and that's why the tire marks are issues where if you have tire marks or something like that, it easily peels off. Now there are some cheap epoxy like the Home Depot epoxy that is water based, and it's not 100% solvent based. Water based epoxy isn't as strong as solvent based epoxy, so they're more likely to flake and chip. All right, I don't ever recommend people use the water base, but if you want to do that, hey, that's on your own prerogative. If you're doing that for a customer though, they're gonna call you later. If you ever use a water-based epoxy for a customer, and you build a water-based system, sooner or later that's gonna start chipping and cracking because it's weaker. It's a weaker material than a full solvent-based epoxy. So if you're a professional, I'm gonna tell you right now, do not do water-based. You're gonna end up regretting it because it doesn't go in what you need it to go in. However, you know, they're 100% solvent based epoxies that work just fine. Okay. Now I told you, like, what usually happens is this is all dust issues. You see here. So what happens is dust is like sand, right? So I know when you walk on sand, you see how sand just flows. The desert is always flowing because it doesn't bond, it doesn't stay still. When epoxy is curing over a dust area, think about it like it's curing over something that moves. So it has nothing to bond to. So even if it cures and the bottom is moving, it's moving, you're gonna have an issue. There's also why that you can't just pour epoxy on wood as well, because wood expands and contracts, right? And epoxy is more rigid. That's a whole different video that I'll create about putting epoxy on wood. But just to give you an idea, so this is why you have to make sure that you clean your floors. If you don't clean your floors, you are going to always have a problem because the epoxy is not going to stick to it, and because it doesn't stick to it, it's always going to come up. And guess what? If you're a contractor, you're just wasting money. And if you're doing this by yourself or you're doing this from home, you're just wasting money and materials as well. But that's why you always have to pay attention to the type of materials that's going into the floor. Okay? Now the last one will be your coating window. Okay, so this is a little confusing, but it's not too confusing. Epoxy cures fully based on the temperature in the room. However, if it's too hot, it cures very quickly. And if it's too cold, it takes a very long time for the epoxy to fully cure and get hard. Now, what happens is, let's say you're in a regular standard 45-degree place. So the epoxy will take literally about 12 hours to 24 hours to cure. Okay. In between the 12 to 24 hours, if you pour another epoxy on it, 9 times out of 10, the epoxy is going to bond. Okay. It's going to bond to itself because it's thinking like, okay, this is epoxy liquid. I'm also epoxy liquid, so I could bond with that. Okay. However, if the epoxy, you give it like 72 hours, let's say you wait 2-3 days, you're gonna have to re-sand the floor before you put another epoxy on. So in a situation where the epoxy comes up or the epoxy breaks or the epoxy starts delaminating or flaking, that's probably because it didn't cure to the base, and probably you thought, okay, look, I'm gonna put epoxy down and I'm gonna come back and put another epoxy. But the epoxy that you've put down that is fully cured, think about it like it's a glass, right? A sheet of glass. There's nothing that the epoxy can stick to because there's no pores, there's nothing. Because epoxy is 100%, it's 100% sealed. There's no pores in epoxy. So it doesn't breathe. There's nowhere for other epoxy to bond to. So whenever you have situations like that, you have to now go ahead and resand those floors. If you don't resand those floors, you are going to have an issue. So whenever a floor cures just like this, you're going to have to resand it, vacuum wipe it, then solvent wipe it, remember with denatured alcohol, before you pour another coat of epoxy. If not, the epoxy is going to break and flake off. Now, another thing is chemicals. Certain chemicals don't do well with epoxy. Okay, so for example, a polyaspartic chemical and polyurethane, when you mix those two with epoxy, it's going to flake. They're not the same chemicals, their structures are not the same, so they repel each other. So if you make an accident and let's say you pour epoxy and it hasn't fully cured and you put some polyaspartic down, you're gonna have a flaking issue. If you put a polyurethane down and the epoxy hasn't cured, you're gonna have a flaking issue. There are just some products that don't work well. Even acrylic things do not mix well with the wet epoxy. Okay, if it's dry, there's no issues at all. But if it's wet, you're gonna have a very big nightmare, and I know you don't want that. But that's usually what happens when the chemicals are mixed. So these are the things that will cause delamination. Why do you care about delamination? Subscribe so that you can watch more of our videos. But you care about delamination because if you're a contractor, you literally can give a customer lifetime delamination if you do the right prep, if you prep up the floor right, if you make sure that the grinders, the epoxy is manually bonded and chemically bonded to the floor, you never have to worry about it again. So you can give a lifetime warranty on that. If you do not take these steps and you just pour epoxy down, it's going to delaminate because it has nothing to stick to, which is going to be a problem for you as a contractor, and it's also going to be a problem for you as a DUI because now you just spent all your money on materials and you're going to have to do that floor all over again because the epoxy hasn't stuck. All right. Hopefully you guys find this video informative. Share it with your friends that are in the niche. My goal is to just keep giving epoxy information to what I've learned so far, and I kind of want to grow the channel, so help out, follow, and ask for more content. All right. If you guys have anything that you want me to talk about, make sure you comment it in the make sure you comment it and I'll read it and then we'll get to it. All right. See you guys in the other video.